Oh, what is going on, everybody?
Hey!
It is Pixelminders here, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Spirit of Justice. When we left off,
we were dumb.
we got a little brain dead as to how things work in court and when it comes to channeling, but we got our senses eventually. Hopefully, y'all were able to put up with that. But now, now we know what the thing was. Nessie couldn't see the face, so she couldn't have been.
You are shaking your finger vigorously.
I'm Phoenix pointing at the screen. I couldn't have been Lady Kira.
Oh my!
Both judges like saying that.
Yeah. Therefore, the claim that she became Lady Kira by means of spirit channeling is patently false. And with Lady Kira out of the equation, my clan had no motive to commit murder.
Boom!
But then, who is the rebel hunting Lady Kira we've been reading about in the paper?
Yes, who's this other suspect, if indeed there is one at all? Let us hear the defense's brilliant deduction. Think. The tragedy of Lady Kira is the key to solving both murders.
It is.
I thought Miss Zimmy was suspicious, but her pregnancy takes her out of the running. And Mr. Ball's a rebel, so that doesn't make sense. That leaves us with...
Mr. Wright, you have that look again. The one where you know you have to say something, but you can't figure out what it is.
This is my chance to really turn up the heat. I'll just have to stir the pot till something floats to the top.
Like a potato.
Your Majesty, I know who's been posing as the potato. I mean the rebel hunter Lady Kira.
Potatoes? You do? Are you sure about that?
Yes, completely. No.
I sense that I may regret this, but please go on and explain.
Thank you, Your Majesty. This is who's been posing as the rebel hunter Lady Kira.
Obviously.
So I don't know what the game wants us to do right now, because I'm pretty sure we're confident that Mrs. Enemy is going to play a part in it. But the problem is that Phoenix right now, for the moment, has ruled her out because of her pregnancy. So that means we shouldn't pick her yet. We can't even pick That's a Rebel, because he also ruled that one out. Are we supposed to say praise?
That doesn't make sense, though.
It doesn't. No one makes sense to us, at least except for Believe in Me, but we'll go for it. But I think this might be too soon. That's why I saved. Yeah, it's too soon for that.
Yeah.
So... oh, God. So he's already dissing us. Okay, so it's too soon to go that route, so we have to figure out who on there makes sense. My next thought, as strange as it may seem, is... Because, I mean, there's not really any females that fit the bill. So, unless we're going to accuse Maya of being Lady Kira, which totally ruins our whole thing we've been going off of, are we going to say Pray Zeh'lot?
That wouldn't make any sense, though, because he died before the High Priest did.
Well, let's continue going down the line. Rafa, that doesn't make any sense.
No.
Doesn't make any sense. Trust in me. I don't think that makes sense either, because he was killed by whoever posed as Lady Kira, but maybe this game is doing something weird, because it ain't Emma, and it ain't Maya, and it ain't Albie, so the only two people left are Trust in Me and Pray Zeh'lot, so it's one of the two. Are we going to throw this out there?
There's...
Because we can only do profiles, so it's one of the two.
But
it
then
can literally
what would,
only be one of the two.
Then who would have Trust in Me saw if it was him?
Maybe it's just all a lie and a ruse. Is it a lie and a ruse? It is not. Our beliefs are a lie and a ruse. Okay, so that means that... Okay, so it has to be, I suppose, that means it's going to be...
Your initial guess?
It's going to be Pray Zeh'lot. Praise a lot. Praise Zeh'lot, praise a lot.
Because, like, praise a lot, that is a pun, but, like, zealot is also a thing.
Yeah, so...
Z-E-A-L-O-T is
oh my God, yep.
religious term.
Yeah.
So both work.
Yeah, they do. The true identity of the rebel hunting Lady Kira we seek is... Pray Zeh'lot. Zeh'lot.
What's this? The High Priest murdered disciple was Lady Kira, you say?
That could give a motive. Because if he was the one killing rebels, all of a sudden he discovers that his mentor has been a rebel.
Yeah.
Peace! I say peace! The defense will continue.
Yes, Your Majesty. I whittled down the list of suspects until there was only one left. We literally just did that. You don't know this, but in other time continuums that are here, we went through everyone else that didn't work
Phoenix
until we came to
knows, he
this
senses
conclusion. But a process of elimination is not the same as solid evidence.
It is when you're
I
playing a
assume you
game.
have evidence to back up your claim. Yeah, of course. I'll have some in a moment, that is. At least I hope so.
Jesus.
Maya wasn't Lady Kira, and neither was Mrs. Enemy or any other possibilities. That leaves Zeh'lot, and I have the evidence to prove it.
Next time we'll just have to go with your gut first.
Yeah, but now I have to show the evidence that proves that he was Lady Kira. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Frickin' frack.
Oh boy, do I have the proof in the pudding for you. I don't have the proof in the pudding, but obviously we got proof somewhere. I don't know what it is yet, but it's somewhere. You know, it could be the warning, because if the Lady Kira message was left by someone that was in the house, Acolyte Zeh'lot was also someone inside the house like Maya was, that'd be able to leave it without having to break open any doors or anything.
That is
Because remember, they were
true.
confused about the note because it was inside and no one had access to get inside. This could be it, and this would give a good reason for him to say, do not perform the rite, I know what you're planning, because he's like, don't make me do this.
Because he's like, I know you're a rebel.
Yes, so this actually, I'm confident.
Yes.
There we go, I'm a smart boy now. We're getting our brains back, slowly but surely.
Slowly.
This is what proves Acolyte Zeh'lot was Lady Kira. Lady Kira's warning letter. How absurd. What could that possibly prove? Prosecutor Sadmati. You stated this warning letter proved that my client was Lady Kira, and the reason you gave was that the High Priest's house was locked tight. But there was another member of the family who lived there.
Uh-huh.
Ugh. Therefore, Acolyte Zeh'lot could have delivered the warning anytime he wanted. What is he talking about? That's just not possible. Oh,
He's getting his
we got him
fingers all
twitching.
wiggly.
Are you saying Lady Kira was not the culprit or the victim? That's exactly what I'm saying.
But that would overturn the entire premise of his case.
And the last one, please.
It's what we do. Overturn things.
Yeah.
This trial is proceeded on the assumption Lady Kira is behind the serial killings. But if Lady Kira is one of the victims, who was the killer and what was their motive?
The only suspect left is Mrs. Enemy. And there's only one possible motive. What if Mrs. Enemy is a rebel?
What?
Feed.
You're still bent on casting suspicion upon my lovely wife? Blasphemer! You have no evidence of this. Repent for the mistrust in your soul.
We're not blasphemers if we
Well-
don't practice this religion.
Yeah, well, you have no evidence either. After all, the dagger with my client's prints on it wasn't what killed Acolyte Zeh'lot. And the Plume Punisher theme that he heard could have been an alarm clock. That means all the evidence linking her to the crime have been called into question.
Was Lady Enemy a rebel, and did she pose as Lady Kira to kill Acolyte Zeh'lot? Or was Acolyte Zeh'lot a rebel, and was the accused Lady Kira who killed him? I would say either scenario is just as likely. What are we to do now? The alarm clock, you say? Do you mean the one in the rebel hideout?
Yes, but what of it?
So that's it.
What's gotten into him?
Ha 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 ha.
Everything me! Just what is so comical?
Okay, you wanted to give it?
Forgive my outburst. That has simply tickled my funny bone.
What did?
The theme song came from the Plume Punisher clock, you say?
You gonna try and say that's Maya's?
That alarm could not possibly have gone off.
And what makes you say that? The clock was working just fine the last time I checked.
Try using your head for a change. Would not the existence of a secret hideout be given away if an alarm kept going off?
Wait, you don't mean
Indeed, we leave the alarm switched off at all times.
No.
The watch, Phoenix.
Yeah, so now it does turn back to that.
See, now we, yeah. This is where it'll come
And now
in.
we can use the switcheroo.
In that case, I'm sad to say the defense's claim does not hold water. Would you care to respond, Mr. Wright?
This can't be happening. Not now. Oh boy. This should put an end to the lawyer's futile struggles. The theme song the victim heard was from the accused strap, just as we suspected. Therefore, the accused is the rebel hunting Lady Kira and the victim's killer. I need an opening. Something I can raise an objection to.
That Bloom Punisher theme song Acolyte Zeh'lot heard in his final moments. I too heard it by way of a listening device.
But did you really? If you had heard it, why did you testify to the fact before?
It's not obvious. I did not know such a tune could become a key matter of dispute. Yes, the matter of the theme song came up before opportunity was channeled.
Oh, right. Well then, what if he's lying about the clock's alarm being switched off?
Miserable wretch! That would be a pointless lie, one easily disproven.
If you check the clock, you will see that the alarm is, in fact, switched off. Can't think of it.
What a fine item. And this switch, if I'm right...
Oh. We set the switch back into the off position before we left.
I remember hearing it clearly. Those distinctive taiko drums in the intro are etched in my mind. They went...
God. Distinctive taiko drums in the intro? Wait a minute.
Only the Steel Samurai one has the taiko drums.
They gave us what we needed.
The Bloom Punisher one, it's that same beat, but it's not drums.
Yeah, we're gonna hey whoa, hey.
It's like it's been our ringtone for years. Okay.
It's been our office's go-to.
This trial has gone on far too long. Shall we move ahead to the verdict phase now?
By all means, and let us also return Aberdeen's spirit to the Twilight Realm.
Before I go, let me say a word to my darling wife.
No.
I mean, it's no surprise who raised that.
Yeah.
Now, hold on just one minute.
It's just kind of comical how in your face it was.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say a word to my wife before I go back to being dead.
Yeah.
No, you're not allowed.
Your Majesty, this boy's a piece of shit.
Yes?
The High Priest's statement is inconsistent with a certain piece of evidence.
It is? Still you writhe in defiance of your fate. The very sight reminds me of a tortured soul writhing in flames.
There's that smug face.
You won't be saying that once I show you the evidence. All I have to do is pick the right one.
I'm gonna draw him like
This
that.
piece of evidence is inconsistent with that statement about the
First
taiko
piece
drum
of
intro.
Phoenix Wright fan art will be that freaking smug face.
Oh wait, I can play it?
Yeah, see, it's not. They're not taiko drums.
No, at least I don't think so. So just in case we're somehow wrong on this, I'm gonna do this, but we're gonna go with the flow on this. Boom. This is what's inconsistent with his statement. My client's Plume Punisher strap.
What does that have to do with anything?
It plays the Plume Punisher theme song. And here it is. The theme to the Plume Punisher Warrior of Neo Twilight Realm. Here we go. That's my jam. Everyone's like, my God. What are we doing here? You see what I mean? No one? No? Music the victim heard in his final moments might not have been the Plume Punisher theme song.
I'm afraid I'm not following you. What was it if not the Plume Punisher theme?
In his final moments, I heard the Steel Samurai theme.
Yep.
Oh boy, here we go. There are no taiko drums in the intro of the Plume Punisher theme. So what Acolyte Zeh'lot actually heard is his final moment
it's just orchestral with like synths and stuff.
the theme of the Steel Samurai Warrior of the Old Tokyo.
What the fuck is this bullshit? Peace, 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 I say. Mr. Wright.
What is this?
What is this Steel Samurai of which you speak?
The Steel Samurai Warrior of the Old Tokyo is an action hero show from America. The Plume Punisher theme is a total rip. I mean, it's very similar to it. If you didn't know about the Steel Samurai, you could easily mistake the two.
But the fact that Acolyte Zeh'lot heard music from an American action hero show is irrefutable evidence that the accused was in the secret hideout.
No.
Actually, no. You have it backwards.
But backwards?
That's right. Miss Faye met an avid Plume Punisher fan here in Khura'in. And as a token of their friendship, she traded a certain Steel Samurai item she had for the Plume Punisher strap.
And this effing Plume Punisher fan was the one who killed Acolyte Zeh'lot?
Yes. And that avid fan is none other than the High Priest's wife, Believe in Me. Do you have evidence to back up this claim, Mr. Wright?
Yes, actually.
I have a fucking picture of it for you, dog. For as forgiving as the Holy Mother is, I doubt she would tolerate yet another dose of your baseless slander.
Oh no, just wait.
Oh, God. Did you prepare yourself to face Her Holiness's wrath?
This is gonna be so satisfying. Oh, I'm prepared.
You turn this entire case upside down, that is. This is my last chance. I better take a deep breath and review the evidence. I've got to save on this one because it's literally everything.
We have been waiting for this for days.
It's been longer than that.
Very well then, please present your evidence if you would, defense.
Gladly.
The evidence that proves Miss Emmy was the one who killed Acolyte Zeh'lot is this. Let's find that family photo. Because it's right fucking there.
Yep, it shows her holding the strap and her wearing the watch.
Boom.
Boom.
It's right here in this family photo. Proof that Mrs. Enemy and Miss Faye traded items featuring their favorite characters.
He's like, I don't see what you mean.
Family photo? I'm not exactly sure what we'd be looking at here.
Use your eyes, dog.
The proof that they exchanged items featuring their favorite characters is right here. It's
wrist.
on her wrist right there.
Dummy.
Look at Mrs. Emmy's left wrist.
There, now it zooms in. Oh, it's his head.
You can see the Steel Samurai's trademark top knot right there. Uh-oh. Which clearly makes this a Steel Samurai watch. Uh-oh. Go back. Go back! Mission saved.
Why, I never knew your wife had such hobbies, Abbott and me.
This family photo was taken right before Acolyte Zeh'lot was murdered. By that point, my client had the Plume Punisher strap and Mrs. Enemy had the Samurai watch. So, what the victim heard in his final moments was none other than the sound of the watch Mrs. Enemy was wearing.
I wish to amend my testimony. What I thought were taiko drums were something else. My wife never had such a watch.
Just wait until that audio comes back, dog. Then we can compare.
It's the truth, I tell you. You must believe me, your majesty.
Uh-oh. Jutsu. God bless you.
Every time. Ironic, because it's a prayer and you're saying
Yeah.
God bless you every time.
Be not deceived by the defense's loyally chicanery. Now what? He's been pretty quiet up to this point. What does he have up his sleeve? There's a big gaping hole in his flimsy claim.
What?
A big gaping hole? I don't think so. Oh no, I'm afraid there is, alright. Just like the big gaping holes in your putrid
Oh
brain.
my god, will you stop?
My brain is neither putrid nor full of holes, please. I am not a zombie after all. Says the dead lawyer
Oh
walking.
my god.
He who has narrow vision focuses on what is before him, never seeing the big picture. As they say in your country, you cannot see the forest for the trees. But it is as you said. And Lady Enemy, the rebel, slew Acolyte Zeh'lot, the rebel hunting Lady Kira. Then the rebel hunter would have not been dead before the high priest
Who
was
would
slain.
have been dead?
Oh.
You said would have not been dead.
That means the high priest could not have been slain by the rebel hunting Lady Kira.
How could I have missed that?
Oof.
So tell me, who are you going to say killed the high priest now? No, God.
He's just like, well, fuck.
Do you finally understand the sheer size of the holes that riddle your putrid brain?
I swear to fuck if you say putrid brain one more time.
I'm in hot water now. I don't have any other suspects in the High Priest murder. You mindless zombie, you should have begun your journey into the Twilight Realm long ago. Now let it go and move on.
Alright, Elsa, your fucking braid.
No, I will never give up. I just need to think things through and figure out who really killed the High Priest. Oh boy, here we go.
Ooh,
Action
yes!
sequence. If Acolyte had been Lady Kira, he couldn't have killed the High Priest. So the question is, who did? We're gonna get to the bottom of this by reviewing the evidence of this case in order. But I'm just gonna tell you something about the crime scene before the murder. Well, that would be my assessment if she talked about the blood being red beforehand.
Yeah. The water being red, not the blood being red.
The water being red, yeah.
The water being bloody.
That makes sense. The spring was stained red before the rite.
Yep.
All right, Maya said the hot spring had been stained red before the rite even began.
Well, it wasn't a hot spring, it was a spring. You said hot spring.
I thought it said hot spring.
No.
I'm all kinds of messed
The
up now,
spring,
apparently.
see?
The spring was already red before the High Priest murder because of...
Zeh'lot's blood.
Yes, Zeh'lot's blood. Break it apart into pieces. The spring was stained red by Zeh'lot's blood.
Hi, dude.
That's right. Zeh'lot had been killed in the rebel hideout the day before the rite, and his blood had flowed into the spring. Wait a second, the High Priest knew that Zeh'lot had been killed in the hideout, so why didn't he report it to the authorities? If Maya had been the killer, he could have easily had her arrested on the spot. Why didn't the High Priest inform the authorities right then? To keep the hideout hidden. Pow. He wanted to keep the hideout secret.
We're on a roll.
Oh yeah. If he reported Zeh'lot's murder, the authorities would find out about the hideout. That's what he was worried about. But by going through with the rite, the High Priest risked having Maya see the spring running red with blood. Why did he have to go through why did he have to go through with the rite? Did he want to
set up the scene during it?
Well, actually, we don't get penalized here, so I can pick either one.
Why would you want to kill Maya? What? No.
I don't know. But both of them could be, it could be either or in my opinion.
Set up the scene, I'd say.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Use the rite to cover things up.
Yeah, exactly.
He wanted to set up the crime scene to conceal the hideout. But how is he planning on concealing the source of the blood of the spring?
Used his own blood?
I mean, he did by accident later on. Stain the spring with his own blood. He concealed the source of the blood with his own. That's how he kept the rebel hideout a secret. It's all starting to fall in. Wait. Oh my God.
Did he commit suicide?
It was a plan to keep the rebel hideout safe. And that would help his wife. He was in on it with his wife saying, I have to die to conceal this place. Is that what we're going with here?
I don't know.
Because if his blood was all there, if it was his plan to conceal with his blood, because I mean, if it wasn't for the fact that we accidentally found that eye by talking to the rebels, we would have never known that there was a hideout back there, and this would all have been fucked.
Yeah.
I know he killed the High Priest. It was...
to rust himself.
In a way, yeah.
Wow.
Tress was a suicide. I can't believe it. The High Priest took his own life to keep the royal hideout a secret.
We're always so focused on finding a culprit that we forget that suicide's a thing.
Yeah. The High Priest wasn't murdered by anyone. He took his own life to keep the rebel hideout a secret.
Whoa!
What?
What's this?
Oh boy. It causing a ruckus. We haven't
He's
heard a
not
no.
denying it, yeah.
The High Priest committed suicide? I've never heard of anything more absurd.
The lawyer has placed a stain on the good priest's death as its putrid brain.
Oh my god, you.
Its putrid gaping holes as large as the hole in his logic. Putrid.
Your face is a
What
gaping hole.
You still fail to understand? You truly cannot see the forest for the trees? You come and High Priest took his own life. But have you considered who brought the dagger to the Plaza of Devotion? After the High Priest was killed, the dagger was thrust in Acolyte Zeh'lot's dead body. Only the accused Maya Fey could have done that.
It is as Prosecutor Sodmardi says. Your claim is rather porous in its logic, and your evidence is too weak. You cannot prove that the High Priest took his own life to conceal the rebel hideout.
You're right. Dagger was impaled in Zeh'lot's body, but his body had been placed at the plaza the previous day.
Well, Mr. Wright, would you care to respond?
That's why I lost my train of thought. That's what happened.
What?
Is because the biggest thing is that we have to get Mrs. Enemy for the murder of Acolyte Zeh'lot.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he committed suicide, because it would prevent his wife from being arrested for the murder of Acolyte Zeh'lot. That's why it is. That's the brain loop I missed that got disconnected for a second there.
Yeah.
That's why. Not because he wanted to hide the rebel secret, but because he had to protect his wife from murder, so that's why he killed himself, to do his best to hide that fact. Jesus.
And it hid the hideout.
Yeah. I think that was the least of his worries, though, probably. Zeh'lot's body was already in the plaza the day before the rite. What if the dagger was also already in him at that time? The dagger was never at the inner sanctum.
Was moved by Tura's soul.
Ba 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 da ba ba. Ba 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 baram. I guess that's the only way we're gonna go with. The trust soul doesn't really make sense,
No.
so I'm gonna say a different weapon. Of course, that's it. What is it?
Well, it's a pretty good movie and the book.
There was no need to move the dagger. It had already been stabbed in Acolyte Zeh'lot's body the day before the rite.
What? So that means... What does that mean?
It means the dagger was in the weapon that took the High Priest's life. But no weapon was ever found at the inner sanctum. If you will not listen to reason, I insist you prove your assertion. Show us what you believe the real murder weapon to be. The real weapon? I've got nothing, but I know there had to have been a weapon there.
His
Did I
ugly
think-
face.
Maybe I think back on the trial thus far, I'll spot the clue I need.
Can you tell I really don't like Sodmardi?
He gets a little obnoxious at times.
Well, would the defense care to tell us what the real murder weapon is?
This is what really killed the High Priest.
Oh.
I mean, so we have to find the real murder weapon. Because, I mean, that's priority numero uno in my opinion.
Because
But-
there's just so much blood on it.
Yeah, but they did test the blood and that came back with Zeh'lot, which is what helped us prove that he got crushed against the statue. What else do we have? We have the Warbad Dagger, but that we're proving that can't be it. Obviously, it's the Plume Punisher's trap. I think we have to just go with the statue. It's the only other
Yeah.
thing that can be a weapon. There we go. What really killed him has been at the inner sanctum all this time. And its lethality has already been demonstrated by the late Acolyte Zeh'lot. That's right, it was the Warbad statue.
Whoa. It's like freaking Matrix going on here.
You believe that the statue claimed both victims' lives?
Would you care to chime in, Abbott and me? That could explain why he ran into puddles before his death way back when, if you remember
Yeah.
that one. Because he was running towards the statue. Huh.
God, what are we...
No, he lies. Pay him no heed. Why, it's
me, the bailiff. Oh, never mind. I thought he was going to come back with the tape.
No, I had a feeling it was her.
Lady in me.
Darling, don't you think this has gone on long enough?
Believe, no. Your Majesty, my wife knows nothing. Please, Abbot and me, let your wife speak. It's literally what I died for, though. Now, lady and me, please continue, if you would.
It's that time again.
And what time would that be? Time for your wristwatch to go off?
2:30 in the afternoon.
Because it's not in the afternoon.
The time my husband conducts his daily prayers. And the time Pere was slain.
Hey!
There's the taiko drums.
He's like, God damn it.
He's like, yeah. She's just straight up providing evidence.
I think she can't take this
Yeah.
anymore, I don't think.
That sound, it's...
The Steel Samurai alarm.
I too like to pray at the same time as my dear husband. So I set an alarm to remind me each day, but I had no idea it would come to this.
No, stop. She knows not what she speaks.
Your Majesty, I am the one who slew Acolyte Zeh'lot.
Oh, shit!
Ooh.
Damn, it's out in the world.
Yeah, she's probably just like, just fuck this, man.
Well,
I wonder if she was waiting this long, like, after a certain point earlier, because like, it's almost 2:30. Well, I'll wait in a...
yes.
You know, because she had an alarm.
Yeah, it would appear that in the words of good old Jeremy Clarkson of Top Gear and Grand Tour fame, on that bombshell, we'll have to see how this goes next time.
Oh, boy.
This is popping off.
I feel a nice sense of relief.
I know, right?
Jesus.
Oh man, this is going to get cray-cray now.